This episode is brought to you by Trailer Park Yard Games, where over 28 games are delivered directly to your party. We park the trailer, you party.
But you know, I was able to get on and watch you talk about some of the door prizes and the raffle drawings that you had.
Yeah.
He's been face stalking you for like a week, by the way. So if there's some like creepy old man on your Facebook, it's Bill.
That's just Bill.
Wow.
Thanks. Got a nice tip for you right here in my pocket.
It's just Bill. Don't worry about it.
But at least I'm not in second place.
Oh.
Sarah,
none of this is coming from me.
Yeah, for sure. I saw his notes. I saw what you texted him. So I had a question.
Let's have a chat, talk this and that with PB and Jaisy.
Well, welcome to the PB and Jaisy podcast. I'm Bill Stedham, and to my right,
Hey, what up? It's Jaisy George.
and to my left is second place.
Oh, it broke my heart. Sarah Padgett. And you're in a t-shirt today. I like it.
I like
what
it.
Do you think?
I like it.
Yeah,
I really
I like
like
the cash
it.
look.
yeah, you know.
I like how you tried to breeze past the fact that he said that you were in second place.
I did. And then you
That
brought
was
it
a
up
good
again.
deflecting. I'm not going to let you run away from it,
No,
Sarah.
no.
Yeah. So
Second place is first loser.
yeah, well, you know, we learned a couple weeks ago about this Indian girl who went out and did a jump rope competition and came in second place also.
It's like Jay-Z's the only one.
And I was a loser. Yes, Jaycee's the only Indian girl I know.
Yeah, that there's a lot of truth to that. But let me tell you, today's guest is just one really, really strong dude. He's been through a lot personally, and you know, but he started a legacy based on some of the personal stuff that he's been through. And you know, Kyle started the Be Delight golf tournament, and it benefits the sit, stay, and play at Cook's. And Kyle, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Kyle McHale.
Hold on, listen to that radio voice.
Yes.
Say that again. What's your name?
My name's Kyle McHale.
And you're listening to...
Yes.
Yeah, WBAP.
That's awesome.
I born and raised, around here in Fort Worth. And
What was your profession, or what is your profession, or do you mostly
What do you
just
do?
focus on
what do I do?
How you make that money?
So I work, so I'm in manufacturing. I'm a manufacturing manager, so oversee, we make, company I work for, we make products and services for the oil field. So I've been doing that for about going on 7 years. Before that, I was in manufacturing and logistics, just management, people management.
And you never thought about going into broadcasting?
No, I shocker, I haven't.
Well,
Do you get that all the time of people being like, dude, your voice is like...
You got to get on radio.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, we have millions of listeners, so this may be your big
Yes,
shot. You
this
might
will be
get
where you
recruited.
take off.
I may get fired today, and you may take
Yes.
over. Who knows?
I just
go
can't
ahead
come
and
up with the
sit.
content. I don't know.
It could be PK and Jay-Z.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But you know, Kyle, you did something here recently. You hosted a golf tournament. Was this the first golf tournament you put on?
Yes, yeah, and so this was really, really neat because I don't know that I did it. It was a collection of me and then both my wife Aubrey's family and then my family all kind of got together and worked on this. So doing this really, really checked a lot of boxes for us, being able to work on something very meaningful. Continue to push Aubrey's legacy, her name, show her passions, and then do like you said, what we're able to do in year one, and raise what we did for that cause for Cook Children's and Sit, Stay, and Play it just checked every box.
Well, and why golf tournament? Are you a golfer?
I like to play golf.
Okay.
Spend a lot of time playing golf. Any free time I get, if I'm not in softball or basketball with the kids or school stuff or work, I get free time. It's going to golf.
Awesome.
But I'm horrible. So I don't know why I put myself through that, but
I am world
but,
well.
Well,
The good thing about
I'll tell
golf
you,
is you don't have to be good about it. You don't have to be good at it.
Well, I don't know, because every time you go out there, you want to get better, and you wonder, why in the world did I pick up the clubs today?
yeah.
And that's been going on for years and years and years with me. So that's amazing. But so tell us a little bit about what sit, stay, and play is.
Sounds like what Ann tells you to do.
You know, Ann doesn't tell me to play. She
okay.
says sit and
Sit
stay.
and stay.
Don't play.
Yeah. So sit, stay, play is it's a dog therapy program at Cook Children's Hospital. So they were kind of the pioneers behind all this. They started their program in 2014, and they had 2 dogs at the time, which today it's grown to now, nationwide they have over 20 programs.
Oh, wow.
6 dogs here at the Fort Worth location. But what it is the dogs, they are trained to go in and interact with patients.
So like therapy dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, it's so impactful. It's impactful from, the patient level, to be there for them, whether they're going through physical therapy and, or, high stress,
Emotional
situation.
too.
Yeah. Emotional situation like, domestic, maybe domestic issues at home or something like that. And they just talk about, the calming effect, bringing one of these dogs into a very calm mannered dog into a room just automatically.
So it has to be a calm mannered dog.
Yes.
Is that your dog, Jaisy?
Well, she's old now. So
Okay.
at this point, she just does not have the time or the patience to fiddle with any of it. So all she can sit and stay, and that's it. She will sit and sleep, actually.
That's
So she can do 2 or 3. She can sit and stay, maybe not play.
Good.
But that's really cool. So, is that just something that's there all the time at Cook or Cook's Children, or is that something that, they have to sign up for, or how does that work?
Yeah, so they, like I said, they've got 6 dogs in the facility, and they work 40-hour weeks, just like, most do.
Are they getting paid?
They have to clock in and out.
They say we were up there, all our family got to go up there for the check presentation and take a picture. And they brought the dogs out. They brought the handlers out to be with us, and yeah, they kind of mentioned that they're off the clock right now, so that this is their playtime, and they go into they know that they're not working, and that awesome. It is their kind of break time. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, they work 40-hour weeks, and they get they get referred by. By doc, like you would get, referral to go see, an orthopedic specialist, or something like that, so they're writing, these referrals to go by the different rooms and interact with them, on the patient end. And then they're also there. What's really neat is, they're there for the staff too. And, awesome. They just go, what I've seen, and then,
nurses have had a really, really rough couple years.
Yes.
So I can't imagine.
Yeah. So especially, prior to a couple years ago, and then, you add now, just that stressful environment, and they, the ones I know that we're close with, they talk about how nice it is, if they go and they're sitting in a break room or one of the dogs is on their floors or their units today. Right. It's just an automatic lift up.
That's awesome.
And, we had Tori on our podcast not too long ago, and her daughter has Dravet, which is just a very unique form of epilepsy. And so there's dogs that are trained to know when a seizure is coming and things like that. So, I just think it's so cool. The animals
are absolutely amazing. And there are countless stories of how dogs can be so vigilant and loyal, and they can just sense what you're feeling and know what you need. Like if you want to just hang out and play and run or whatever, they feed off of your energy. And if they can feel that you're sad, they're really good about kind of cuddling in and making you feel loved. And animals are just amazing in that way. So that's really great that these kids are getting the opportunity to.
How cool.
Yeah. There's just that, that warmth that an animal gives you.
So walk us through the time you said, okay, because you knew about the program prior to, to this year. And so how did you go about saying, this is the charity that I want to focus on to the golf tournament? What does that look like?
Well, we knew we wanted to do something. didn't really know what. And so so this was kind of a decision, between, Aubrey's family, myself, my family, as we worked to kind of pick out what we wanted to do. The hospital, Aubrey was a nurse there for, 18 years, okay. A pediatric nurse. The hospital that checked the box, we all love Cook Children's, will always be a special place, part of our life. Then two, that program, Aubrey would come home and specifically, if it was a day that she did, get to interact with one of the dogs, she'd come home and talk about that.
That was a special day for her.
She'd come home and talk about that.
Awesome.
And then on top of all that, the Herchbergers, they are a huge animal loving family. It doesn't matter what animal, where they are a huge animal loving family. So putting that all together, that really fit for what we wanted to do. And then the golf thing. Like I said, I golf a lot. My father-in-law golfs a lot. My dad golfs a lot. We played in a lot of these tournaments. So I'm like, I think that we could get the most bang for our buck doing something like that. And it drew in so many people that, you didn't have to be a golfer. I mean,
right.
There was, especially with y'alls, the music was just so much fun, more fun.
Except that one guy, Michael Pad. He was terrible.
I want to mention something. We support Easter Seals. So we did a golf tournament, our first one probably 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. We were lucky to raise $12,000.
Yeah.
You do your first one.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's
cute. $12,000.
Who's third place?
Yeah. That would
let's talk about who's second place.
Yeah, that would be us 20 years ago. But here you go. You first time out of the block, $42,000. Talked about the process of putting together a golf tournament and what's involved in that.
I wish I had that, but this year we crammed the night before the test.
Okay.
To try to explain that best. We started talking with so there's Cook Children's Health Foundation and the Cook Children's Medical Center. Mm-hmm. And Cook Children's Health Foundation is the one who, that's the group who gets involved with a lot of donors, coordinates with them on, things they want to do for the hospital. So we started having those conversations. I think I reached out to them probably in February or March of last year. And then, so we kind of, figuring out what we wanted to do, what we wanted to raise money for, all that. And took a little lull there kind of in the middle of the year or, around April, May, around spring break. We had a lot of stuff to get through there around that time. And then around June, it was like, okay, we really got to pick up speed and get going. So we just got together, we brainstormed, we picked things that...
Y'all did a lot of stuff on Facebook, though, too.
Yeah, that's mainly where we promoted it. There's no more the days of printing flyers and,
right.
and posting.
Thank you.
It was long gone.
That's 1990, back when Easter Seals was doing.
I went back. When we did it, we would print flyers.
It's also all word of mouth.
Yeah.
All words
of
mouth. We'd go knock on doors, but I was able to get on and watch you talk about some of the door prizes and the raffle drawings that you had.
Yeah.
He's been face stalking you for a week, by the way. So if there's some creepy old man on your Facebook, it's Bill.
It's just Bill.
Wow.
It's just Bill. Don't worry about it.
But at least I'm not in second place.
Oh. Darn.
Okay.
Sarah,
none of this is coming from me.
Yeah, for sure. I saw his notes. I saw what you texted him. So I had a question though too. So when that goal or the end game, the 40,000 or 42, I don't want to cut you short. Yeah. Was that a number you had in mind, or you just say, let's just see what we can do?
It started at when I was first talking to the Health Foundation. I was like, if we could do 25, that would be for year one as we. Learn the process, learn from our mistakes, make our mistakes, all that stuff.
It's a good first time goal.
Yeah, I'm like that would be, and I thought it was kind of a stretch goal, especially to talk. I've got, several friends who have either put them on or, have been, sponsors in some way. Right. And a couple were like, man, if you get to 10, that will be really, really, you could expect like, maybe 5, maybe 10, but that'd be good for a first year. I'm like, oh man,
that doesn't seem like
I'm
much.
hoping to,
Yeah.
anything helps, everything, every penny helps. But I was like, man, we should be able to get, a little better than that. And I was really nervous there when we first communicated it and put everything out about it. We would meet weekly, and because you register through a Cook site, and we'd meet weekly and go over who's registered and all that. And just for a while, it was just there was some there, but it was just stagnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, maybe it is year one, and maybe this will be.
That's when you start second guessing. Yeah.
And then it was probably 2-3 weeks before the actual tournament, it filled like that.
Sold out, right?
Yeah, it sold out. Matter of fact, we had to turn people away. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you.
So sorry.
But yeah, it just really picked up so much steam there at the end. That it was a no-brainer that, okay, this is an annual thing.
Yeah, so y'all are going to have it again next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're already starting to talk about that.
So do you have registration out for that?
Yeah.
Not yet. That should be coming soon.
When do y'all normally, or when did y'all have it this year?
So that was probably mistake number one, is we did it right smack in the middle of August.
Yeah.
And if y'all aren't aware, it's pretty hot.
It really wasn't that bad, though.
Texas.
I mean, it was hot, but it wasn't that bad. It was still a good day to be outside. It really was.
Yeah. We, that was, so I think this year we're planning around like the late October timeframe. To make it a little more accommodating. And then the other thing too is with sports and kids sports, especially baseball, is just so big. Mm-hmm. And we've got a lot of, there's a lot of participants that, I would play, but, we got baseball Saturday or whatever.
Oh, right.
And so that kind of late October timeframe should, fall ball should end. And everybody should have a couple free weekends before.
Yeah, we were
basketball.
Texas OU weekend, and then I think we were opening archery deer. So I was like, but there's always something, but it's tough. Yeah, that's tough.
When trying to pick the weather, we've done them before where we're thinking a September or October date's great.
Mm-hmm.
And monsoon rains or
You
where
never
you
know
get
what
the
Texas
unique
is gonna do.
freezing temperature.
You never know. Sorry, I was going to say, I know you mentioned your kids. Have your kids been involved in, doing all of the stuff with the charity and everything, or how do they?
Yeah, they were. They were there. They were out there.
They were hustling.
Yes, they were.
They got some of my money for sure.
Yeah, they were.
Like, here's my wallet. You're so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vicky had Mila on the cart, and they were running. She was running around with her, little donation jar. Her initial idea was she wanted to run a lemonade stand. And we kind of thought of, maybe best to kind of be a little more mobile and go around. And so they had fun doing that. And Foster had fun, kind of driving around the same thing, hitting, some golf balls here and there. And I think they had a lot of fun when we were doing the raffle at the end, getting on the microphone and sharing some of the numbers and stuff like that. And some of their friends came up too. So,
well, and something I'll say about your kids. So before all this, we were doing a fundraiser at the office. Carly Stanley, that's on our team, was doing a fundraiser for it's like a food bank, but for pets, for animals.
Right.
And so animal shelter
that
kind of thing. And, I'd put that out on Facebook, and I get a message, I think it's from Vicky first.
Yeah.
And which is grandma, and she was like, "Hey, the kids have some stuff they want to donate," and they donated their entire piggy bank for the cause. And how old were they at the time, or how old?
Oh man, that would have been 5 and 7.
Yeah, so just think about that age and what you would probably want. Like, I know I wasn't spending my money on no dog, unless I was buying one.
That's really sweet that they get to be involved in keeping the memory of their mom alive and all of the everything that they're giving back, and
just teaching your kids that.
Teaching them to give back. That's really great values to instill in them. That's awesome.
Like, you didn't make them give them. You didn't make them. Like,
There may have
You're
been-
going to Facebook message her, and you're going to give her that money.
There may have been a little incentive. I may have incentivized them a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was very cool.
But I love that you're involving them, because a lot of times people are like, oh, they're too little, or
Yes.
they don't understand, but they see and watch everything.
Yes. No matter how young, it's never too
Or
it's never
old.
it's never too young to teach good values. They see things from a very young age. They're such sponges, so that's great.
Well, a great legacy that you started, and I saw a quote: "If you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah, so that was Aubrey's. That was her motto. That really came out when she was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2017, and just kind of when that wave hit, she was that was just kind of the outlook, like okay, well this didn't go our way, but other things will.
Right.
And no matter what it is, no matter what you're going through, if you're down, you can lift somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be your day today, but you can make it somebody else's day. And so yeah, I mean, and so that was kind of the tagline. The sun. We got lots of yellow in the house. Lots of the sun is very meaningful.
Sure.
Very meaningful thing for our family, and even prior to this, she lived that way. That was her entire life.
My favorite memory of Aubri. So Aubri, super cute, small, petite, blonde, bleach blonde hair. And because she used to go, when Michael was playing, she would go up there, and that's how I knew her. They went to college together. And she always had like this perfect, like Stepford Wives, like curl out on her hair. And it was just her. It was just the epitome of Aubri. And so definitely sunshine. Yeah. She was one that would just light up a room, so that's such a great,
And she's still lighting up rooms.
Oh, for sure.
Is.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if y'all are ready for tales, but we've got, and not like dog tales, but I guess maybe it is. Are y'all ready?
Sure.
Are we ready?
Tales from the Lockbox.
So since we were talking about sit, stay, play, which involves the dogs that are helping with the therapy, I thought I'd give a nice little tale about my dog, Chloe.
Oh, no.
Who she's an old girl now. Chloe's going to be turning 12 here in a few months. And so she's got lots of ailments. She's got cataracts. She's got like a pinched nerve. She's just like, all of these
I got
things.
arthritis.
But back in the day when when Tom and I first got married, I had already had Chloe for quite a few years. I've had her since she was a baby. So when we got married, Chloe was very much a part of my life. She would sleep in the bed with me and stuff like that. So when we got married, that was a conversation we had of Tom just being like, I feel kind of weird with the dog being in the bed.
Tom.
It's just not
You
like,
should shame
it's just
yourself.
not what I'm into. Like, it's just kind of weird. So I was like, okay, fine.
I hope he's not into that.
He wasn't into it. So he was like, when we get married, we need to make sure that Chloe doesn't sleep in the bed. So when we got married and we moved in together, Chloe was just kind of like, who is this guy? Like, why is he sleeping in the bed?
Yeah.
Why can I not sleep in the bed? So we would, when we'd go to bed, we'd be like, okay, Chloe, you have to get out of the room. And she would always leave.
It's mommy and
but
daddy
then-
time.
But then in the middle of the night, she would always just end up in our bed. And so we were like, okay, this has to stop. So we were like, okay, Chloe, you have to get out. So one day she kept getting back in the bed and we were like, no. And Tom told her to get off, and she gets off the bed, and while the entire time she's keeping eye contact with him, she just sits there and she pees on the floor while maintaining eye contact. And then she just gets up and just like sassily walks out of the room. And he was like,
God.
This freaking dog just peed on the floor, and she did it while staring me in the face. And he had to clean up the pee. And I mean,
So needless to
It is
say,
what it is, so-
Tom had to leave,
yes.
right?
So now Tom sleeps on the couch and Chloe sleeps in the bed.
That has got to be a weird dynamic for the dog, that all of a sudden, like, this man, like, who is this man?
You're going to replace me with him?
Yeah.
Really?
So Tom,
This guy?
I wish Tom was here. Where he could talk. I would want to know.
How are you feeling in that moment?
Yeah, how are you feeling? And does the dog bite Tom? Or
No, our dog is not. She's all bark. She would just do things like that. Like, that's probably the most vicious she'll get. She'll just pee on the floor and just be like, all right, now you deal with that.
So we have a geriatric dog. I think she's like 27. I don't even know anymore. I think she's 18.
Good old Riley.
And she's had every surgery that you can have. I don't think she has any organs left. But she still gets around. Like she will not die. She's
not ready to go.
Yeah, like her jaw is going like this. It looks like she's like done meth her whole life. So her jaw's broken. She has no teeth. But she still gets around, and I don't know.
It's
I
so
did
funny
not
because
know
even
I
when
signed up for this.
it's changed your life, because even with like going out, like boots and
You have
barbecue
to
and
have
stuff
a
like that, you were like,
babysitter for the dog.
well, you had to go back home. You were like, well, I'm just going to go back home, and that way I know she gets her medicine. I don't want to have anyone else
She
to have
takes
to deal
medicine
with
every 12 hours. Like we have like pill boxes for her, and then she has pancreatitis, so we have to like sprinkle the stuff on her food, and it's like this whole thing.
She's a California dog.
Yeah. Like she eats sprouts.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine.
You know, Ann will watch the dog for you. For a little
No.
while.
Ian would take her to the farm. No, we're not ready.
She's
for that.
had enough. I think it's good for all of us.
But Riley still sleeps with us. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael
ours
didn't make
dogs
you
do.
boot her.
No.
Unlike some.
We have one of those like weird orthopedic beds with like the crack in the middle, like that probably you guys have.
We got rid of it.
Oh, okay. Because it's weird, right? And so she kind of ends up in the crack a lot, but that keeps Michael on that. She doesn't sleep with Michael because he moves too much.
So, we had that bed. We went out, and I've never spent that much money on a bed in my life. And then when I would roll over, next thing I knew, I'm stuck in a crack.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
So we not to
Where's my life alert?
yeah, we went ahead and bought a Sleep Number bed with no crack in the middle, and it still raises, and we love it. And Ann could set hers to concrete, and I can set mine to
Cloud.
feathers.
But you have to both go up and down at the same time?
Yeah. But very seldom do we do that. We'll occasionally, wait a second.
Wait.
Let me stop.
Guys, we're talking about beds.
Let's
If you're just
level
tuning
up.
in, we're talking about beds, and we are going to level up.
I don't know where he was going with that, but I don't think I wanted him to. Okay, so we'll regroup. So the level up today, I'm using the same quote, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. And I think through a couple things, a lot of times we complain about our environment and our situation. And there are a lot of things in our life that we can't control, but it's by design. We're not wise enough to, set our own lives out. It would not look great. So I think for me, it's, if you're missing something in your life, do something about it. God gives us gifts, but that doesn't mean they automatically just kick in. Like we have to activate them. We have to go out and purposely find what our gifts are and, deliver those to the world. The world is really waiting on you to use your God-given talents. So the quote that I put on here is my challenge. No, I'm sorry.
The quote was
that. Yeah. My challenge is to find somebody that needs some sunshine, be that person, because they may be missing it and can't find it in their life. And, we've got that opportunity to share that. So that's my level up.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. And I love that completely. And Kyle, I want to make sure that I get to learn a little bit about the golf tournament. I'd like to play in it next year. Now, I'll be the worst golfer out there. I'll just let you know. But I enjoy to play. Not any good at it, but I'll bring a team and we'll be involved in it. So.
Yeah. We're trying to do a couple different things this year to make it a little better, even better experience for everybody. That we hope to share.
Tell me what you're going to do.
Yeah. Sarah's gonna try to take all of your ideas, because conveniently she had a golf tournament like right after you.
I think we should compete.
Uh-oh.
I think there should be some type of like friendly wager that benefits a charity.
All right. Well, I think we're up one. So
You already are up one.
Yeah, it should be on the best 2 out of 3, maybe.
I know. Don't let them taint you, Kyle.
I'm already corrupted.
I know.
I've been here for 20
It's
minutes
done.
and I'm corrupted.
Sarah, this will be a remembrance of mine. I'll remember and remind you of it next year.
The fact that she lost.
All the time. In fact,
That's okay.
maybe on Monday there'll be a number 2 spot up in the office for you.
No, there were so many things coming out to y'all. So I was like, oh man,
We should have done that.
We should have done that.
Well, we did take some ideas from you, but obviously we didn't execute it as well as y'all have brought up several times. But no, I think it's really cool just to watch you guys and to be able to be a part of that. I mean, I've been to golf tournaments before, but I didn't realize most of your money's made before the day happens. And then you've got this day of exhaustion. You're like, I made what? By the time you pay everybody, and you're like, oh, well, we could have just canceled the tournament and we have the sponsorship money and we're fine. But no, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So I'm glad you guys did that. That was awesome.
One of the things that I want to point out before y'all think that like Sarah raised $5,000, both of these first time tournaments raised not well over, but over $40,000.
Well, some
Yeah.
right at some.
Some of us did not
you
do as
get
well.
creative
though.
with the
Yeah.
rounding.
Yes.
So we'll get creative with the rounding, but in all honesty, they're just a few $100s apart. Both of them were first-time tournaments.
But like Kyle said, it wasn't me and it wasn't
Right.
him. It was the circle of friends that, Aubrey's created, and,
Let's give them back.
Oh, for sure.
It's just going out to give back and to support a cause that you believe in, that's worthy of supporting. And if we get nothing else, by doing those things, we are the sunshine for other people.
Amen to that.
So with that, find the PB and Jaisy podcast
Stay
on
tuned for golf
any
dates.
podcast that you listen to, any platform that you listen to. Watch for the golf dates.
Mm-hmm.
Watch for how you can help all the charities involved, especially to sit, stay, play. We out.
Just had a chat, talk this and that with PB and Jaisy.